ready? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll brief you on the details as I know them as of today of the officer-involved shooting that occurred on February 11th, 2024 in the 2900 block of West Wheatland Road. This is the first officer-involved shooting involving a Dallas police officer in 2024. On February 11th, 2024 at 12:45 a.m., Dallas police responded to a 911 call of a robbery in progress at an illegal game room at 2984 West Wheatland Road. The first officer arrived at 12:54 a.m. The investigation determined officers approached the back of the shopping center and saw an open back door. Then a man exiting who said they were being robbed. An officer went through the back door and found patrons inside the illegal business. Officer Jacob Foreman and Zachary Anderson arrived at the scene and saw a suspect, later identified as 23-year-old Reginald Curry, run from the front door of the business. The second suspect exited the building behind Curry, but ran from the scene. The investigation determined Curry was running from officers when he turned, pointed a weapon, and fired across his shoulder at the officers. Both officers, Anderson and Foreman, returned fire. Curry continued to run eastbound through the parking lot towards a fast food restaurant, continuing to shoot at officers. Sergeant Angelo Drahia arrived at the scene and saw the suspect running by the restaurant. Officers gave loud commands for Curry to drop his weapon. Curry refused and continued to fire at officers. All officers returned fire, hitting the suspect in the leg and in the chest area. Curry was taken into custody and officers administered first aid at the scene. Dallas Fire Rescue was notified at 12:55 and arrived at 1:06 a.m. Curry was taken to a local hospital where he was last listed in stable condition. No officers were gravely injured. One of the suspect's weapons was found in a business parking lot in the direct path where the suspect was running and shooting at officers. A second suspect firearm, later found to be stolen, was found at the original robbery scene. A third weapon was found on Curry when officers took him into custody. Curry will be charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault on a public servant. Police also identified the second robbery suspect seen running from the scene, 33-year-old Horace Williams. Williams was arrested on February 14th, and he has been charged with unlawful restraint and unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. He was in possession of a stolen handgun at the time of his arrest. Curry is a known gang member with prior criminal history of arrest for possession of marijuana, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, evading arrest in a vehicle, theft, unlawful carrying of a weapon, possession of a controlled substance, and manufacture or delivery of drugs. Williams was released from prison in June of 2023 for aggravated robbery and is currently on parole. The investigation is ongoing and being investigated by the Dallas Police Special Investigations Unit. The Dallas County District Attorney's Office was notified and responded to the scene and will conduct their own investigation. The Office of Community Police Oversight was also notified. Before we show the body-worn camera video, I want to address the actions of our officers that day. As I've said before, as a police department, we do all we can to prepare as we can for possible scenarios and calls such as this, to protect our officers, but for the safety of our community and the people we protect. We can do all the training in the world to prepare for these events, but what it comes down to in the end is sheer bravery and great policing. The ability to switch from guardian to warrior in a heartbeat. This is yet another event, another officer-involved shooting where I stand before you, where my officers are doing their job to protect our city, and a violent criminal shoots at them first. This type of event is never our intended outcome, but we're here again because of the dangerous actions and choices of violent criminals in our city. I'm grateful that no officers or other civilians were injured. I commend the bravery of our officers that day, standing steadfast in the face of danger, remaining in the fight as they were being fired upon. They were true to their oath that night, putting their lives on the line to protect and keep our city safe. And with that, we will now play the body-worn camera video from the incident, and I'll be back up for some questions after.
So when you go down, you just put this up on the outside like that, or you'll have to.
Shots fired.
South Central. South Central. North Central.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Alpha 720, I received 5 shots fired.
Alpha 720, you're on channel 6.
Hold it. Did you see his hands? Say that, you know. We are shot. Charge 720, call show 1 to 10. We're out of trying to move on. Where'd you get shot at?
My leg and my thigh.
Son of a. I'm gonna take it.
When we started about the neighborhood,
Yeah. Everybody do slow down. Alpha 720.
Drop the gun now! Drop the gun! Charlie 720.
Come on, move up. Move closer.
Get on the ground! Now! Get on the ground! Charlie 17.
Here, let's scoot up, scoot up, scoot up.
Stay on the ground! Now! Stay on the ground! Put your hands where we can see them now! No, I got you, bud. Come on. Yeah, come on, let's move up. Put your hands behind your back now! Both hands!
you fucking stupid.
Hey, put your hands behind your back now!
Don't you fucking move, man.
Don't move them! Both hands, keep them where we can see them. We will shoot again. Hold the radio, we got him thrown down.
Do not move. Do not
Go
move.
back. Watch your fire.
Do not move.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Don't you fucking move out, please. Stop that. Put him in there, bro. Put him on, man. I got you, bro.
We all shot.
Charge 720, charge 01 detail. Where are you at, man?
Come on. Where'd you get shot at?
My lady, my son. Hey, back me down real quick, man. Make sure you know what the weapon.
Got any weapons? Hey, sit up. Sit up. Sit up.
Here,
Yeah, I got the gun here.
get the gun, bro. Before we start any kind of battle or something. Yeah. Hey, when the info get here, come one of y'all knock man. All right, appreciate it. Hey, yo, get the gun clear. Get the gun on one of them, bro. We gonna stand them up. Can one of y'all clear the gun and say you're running for me? Where are you at, man? Which leg is this? Which one? This one right here? This one? Slow it down, slow it down. Find her cover. Show me your fucking head!
Get back in. You good?
Here, stay on line with that, bro. Cause the bullet go right past my head.
He over there somewhere. He might land down. I hear you.
Get on the ground! Fucking head! Get on the fucking ground! Don't you fucking move!
Charlie 731. Disregard.
Be careful, bro. Stay on line, stay on line. Stay on line.
Yeah, contact ahead.
Get on the fucking ground! Watch the crossfire, bro. Watch the crossfire.
You hear me? This was down 720 to the
You
inside.
up, shoot, bro?
Looking for 14.
Hey, put your hands behind your back now. Don't you fucking move, man.
It's gonna be only step left now.
All hands, people want me to see them. We will shoot again.
The man from Charlie 723, we have a closing discussion.
Hold the radio.
Pull down.
Do not move.
Right, real quick, you probably caught it, but, well, number one, I think you all had previously seen the in-progress robbery video that was put out last week. And then also on that clip, you can clearly hear one of the officers say he felt a bullet go right past his head. Just to put this before the question, I know this will probably come up. The suspect shot at my officers 11 times. One officer fired his firearm 17 times. Another officer fired 10 times. Another officer fired 16 times. And again, on a suspect who shot at my officers 11 times. With that, I'll open to questions.
You said he was on parole. Was he on an ankle monitor or what, and how long was he on?
The second suspect.
The second
second suspect that ran away from the scene was on parole, actually for aggravated robbery. I believe he was released in July, I think. June of 2023 on parole. And then obviously went back to commit robberies again.
Chief, this happened inside an illegal game room. Some might say these places attract crime and violence. They're hiding in plain sight. Is there enough being done to shut them down? If not, why?
We're trying to shut them down as we find them. They try to do their best to be clandestine and not be discovered. I think the point that this makes, though, is oftentimes you've heard me speak about before, is that when you look at the victimology, whether it be this could have very easily turned into an aggravated murder. If you look at whether it's murder, robbery, or other crimes, individuals putting themselves in positions and places that don't help us, being involved in high-risk behavior or criminal activity, that is certainly oftentimes a hindrance for us to do our jobs. When these investigations happen, I will tell you right now, this isn't the first of an incident that's happened at an illegal gaming room, but our vice unit works hard as we find out that these places are around to do our very best to shut these things down. But certainly this is, again, the biggest point of this, because again, as these places come up on our radar, we do our best to shut them down. But again, it truly just lends light to the victimology where people are doing illegal things and putting themselves in harm's way. And the criminal element is simply preying on that.
And I believe you said that there was gang involvement in this. Do you know if they had committed other crimes like this? Is that part of a bigger deal?
As the investigation unfolds, I'm sure we'll find more, obviously, when NIBID results come back from the rounds and the firearms, and we found 3 firearms. And so, we'll definitely be able at least to see if there are additional crimes that occur just utilizing, going down that route. But certainly, gang involvement is almost certain in this case. And so we'll have to just see where that plays out.
Chief, what, if anything, did you see on the videos that concerns you?
That, once again, an individual fleeing from the police shoots at my officers first. That's what concerns me the most.
Anything that they might have done that you didn't like, the officers?
At this point, they were trying to save their lives. You had an individual that they were not going to let go, that they wanted to catch, that was trying to kill them. I mean, without mincing words, an individual that was trying to kill my police officers. And they did everything they could to stay in the fight. If there are things that we can learn from this scenario, absolutely. There's always things that we can learn. But those officers did their duty, and they absolutely saved their lives and saved others' lives as well that day. So we'll look at this and see if there's room for improvement. But I'm not quite certain, what more things my men and women can do with regards to someone trying to kill them and they're trying to catch them. And these officers didn't run away. As the individual continued to try to shoot and kill them, they tried to go apprehend them.
Chief, how were you able to ID and arrest the second suspect?
Our SIU investigators working with homicide and fugitive some identified the individual at one point. We're not going to go too much into the investigation, but luckily they were able to apprehend him 2 days later. And yet again, even after this, he was found with a firearm, a stolen firearm, I believe, with a stolen firearm as well. Okay, thank you.